Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Gospel Manager. Here we discuss everything wisdom that helps you take you out of the pertinent issues you are facing in life, in business, in career, marriage, relationships, and all whatnot. The political climate is getting stiffer. The economy, according to some, is tougher. What do you do in situations like this? These and the way out are things we discuss here in Gospel Manager, where God's servant helps give us wisdom and profound counsel on how to navigate our paths through these hard times. And so it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this morning's episode and encourage you to please take some moment to share, like, and also subscribe on God's servant's page on YouTube at Maxwell Gold in Egbe. And don't forget, whatever streaming platform you're viewing this morning, you could actually send in your questions at the comment section or via email at thegospelmanager@gmail.com or via WhatsApp and Telegram text only at +23490533019. My team and I will be collating those questions and share them live in today's episode. Now, don't forget, it's a good time to share this link of the live stream to your stories, to your status. Let those who follow you get to know about Gospel Manager and join in the conversation. I'm not alone. God's servant is in the studio. I'm going to leave the floor now for him to give his opening remarks and also set the course for this morning's episode. Good morning, Dad, and welcome.
Bless you. How is it?
Fine, thank you so much.
Bless you. Proverbs chapter 13, I'm going to take from 19. The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is abomination to fools to depart from evil. So a foolish man will never live foolishness. The Bible describes it as an abomination. He will never depart from foolishness. He keeps staying there. The reasons why he's staying there because he doesn't understand that time has limits and works has limits. And if you don't understand, go to verse 20. If you don't understand that time has limits and work, and look at it, he that walketh with the wise shall be wise. So I discovered this morning that stretch less about a foolish man, because he will never be wise. He will always be foolish. And pay more attention to a wise man so you will get wiser. And my prayer for everyone who understands that, get wiser quickly. And don't stay foolish for too long. Because in every projection, there's a prize. And in every prize, there's a reward. And I pray that we dive into some serious lifetime responsibilities and business that will aid us become better people, better societal humans, and better humans to our fellow humans. And I think that's very important to life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, if you're just joining in, the scroll bar information will be up again, so you get to know how you could be part of the episode by sharing in your questions, and we would also take them in this episode. Thank you so much, sir. Now we'll take this question, and it's from Sadiq. Sadiq says, "Good morning, sir. I am from Kano, but I'm currently on NYSC service in Port Harcourt. I was introduced to the Gospel Manager platform whilst I was discussing with a friend of mine in our CDS. Sir, I pray for Nigeria at night, but during the day, I plan to leave the country just after my NYSC. And this is because I am tired of the frustration and the level of ill-mannered governance and behavior of most Nigerians. Sir, please, for people like me, Do you think there is a future for do you think there's a future for us in Nigeria? Because even in the political cloud as to 2027, we are not even sure of the direction any of these leaders would take. Hence, we just keep praying for Nigeria. But, sir, I really want to leave. What's your take, sir?
Advantage. The advantage that I see in this country is being used against the country. And I am praying that we understand that there's so much advantage that we have. And let's use it right. Let's use it to the advantage of the country. You know, I don't like sitting down and looking for what to blame. Naturally, I don't like that kind of a life because I belong to this country. I was born here. I was raised there. Wherever I have traveled to, I've returned back here. So, and I don't see any other place more important than this country. The problem is, how are we trying to advance the country within ourselves? For example, you are here, you're in Nigeria. How many Nigerians are you making their lives better from your little space? So those are the things I want to see people do. And because we can't be talking about proper governance without talking about proper parenting, proper relationships, proper church atmospheres, proper work atmosphere. This is governance on its own. So when we start talking about proper parenting, proper governance, proper academic cultures, proper behaviors, proper, then it will be easier for you to produce a leader who will also act proper. So my advice to the young fellow is that let him start thinking of what to do for Nigeria and develop a system to help the common Nigeria succeed. And is that success? You should learn from the businessman Alinko. He has used Nigeria to be rich. Everything that he has produced, has come out of Nigeria. There is no foreign investment in that man's business. Everything is Nigerian made. So that means we are rich people. We are very wealthy humans. So it's for us to take our time to put nature first. How do we put people? You know, we don't put people in consideration. That's why we are where we are. If I put you first, you're not a dog, you're a human being, and I put you first in my decision, I just helped in Nigeria. Can we just put people, just put people first? Treat people well. Talk well of people. Behave well to people. Fight for people's interests and see how it will go from there. That is the Nigerian culture that is missing. And if we get that back, we'll become one of the biggest nations on the earth. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Now we'll take this question from Aisha. Aisha says she's streaming from Abuja, and she says, "Sir, I have learned skills, applied for jobs, and got rejected many times. But then I see people with connections getting everything I have applied for, including those that I know I am better than. Now, this is not from the place of pride. So my main question now is hard work still enough to survive in Nigeria when you see that you put in so much work and those who are less qualified or those per se you are better than just seem to get it seamlessly?"
Creation is important. As I said earlier, I don't like looking for who to accuse or blame. Create an environment that will give you what you desire. What you don't create, you will not get. And what you are not getting because you're not. So create an environment. Joseph created an environment for him, and the place was given to him. So she should create something for herself and then attract what she wants to her life. So there's no need sitting down and mourning over rejections. Rather, create the environment you need and allow the attraction to come to you because it will come when you create it. I said to myself, success is not because you did a good program. It's because you are building a sector. You can do a good program and be in debt. You say you are successful, but you are not successful. Success is when you build in blocks. You put systems together. And then in a few years, that system blows up. And that's the kind of life I am building for myself. Build your success more than depending on what anybody offers you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we'll take this question. This one is from Blessing. And she says she's streaming from Benin City. She said, "Good morning, Bishop. My name is Blessing. I live in Benin City. Sir, honestly, half of my salary goes to feeding and transportation. I still say God is good, but honestly, I am truly tired. Sir, how do you keep faith when everything and every day living feels like a struggle and you are not saving, you are not increasing, you are just going in circles because you earn and spend and you are not even having enough to save or to invest?"
It's not how much you earn that makes you save. It's how you live your life that makes you save. If you have transport definitions and feeding, then check how much you earn. Then check what you need to stop buying, what you need to stop eating. Because it's not the monies that make you save, it's your appetite that makes you save. So if you want to save, you will save. So appreciate the one you have. Some don't even have a job. Then discipline yourself to see how you can save some monies for yourself every week or every month as you desire of it. But trying to play down what takes care of you, you are trying to tell God you don't deserve the best in the future. So exalt it and discipline yourself. Sometimes eating 1 square meal is not because you lack food. It's because you are planning for something in the future. Sometimes not buying new clothes is not because you don't want to buy them, because you have a plan. Sometimes not wearing what people wear is not because you can't wear it, because you have a plan. So discipline is what I feel people need here, not new jobs. Not new jobs, discipline. That's all you need. Discipline yourself. And then you will always live your life according to the boxes of what you work for per time and progress with it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. This next question is not going to be new to God's servant because he himself had that experience. This is from Jude from Abuja, and he says, "Good morning, sir. In situations where you genuinely take ownership of your boss's business, it can be frustrating when your efforts and contributions are dismissed or undermined by both your boss and colleagues. What are your thoughts on how to navigate these challenges?"
I have been a primary advocate of trying to build a system. And you see, I have an attitude. I don't care about who approves of it. Time will tell of your investment, not people. So when you are doing anything anywhere, think of what time will say about when you are no more there. So I live obeying time. People will be who they are. They will say what they have to say. They will behave the way they want to behave. But you don't depend on people to exist. Do what you have to do. Why are you depending on somebody to tell you thank you before you know what to do right? I don't need all of that. Just know what to do and keep doing it. Impacting a system is more relevant than receiving compliment. Are you impacting the system? If you are, then stop expecting compliment. If you are giving, collect it. If you're not giving, don't bother about it. Life is more of being impactful than being complimented. So choose to be impactful and don't pay more attention to compliment. I was there. I saw the actions. I saw the behavior. But it never had a tool in my spirit. I never had a conversation one day with any human being of what somebody did to me, because it's not necessary. To me, it's not even important for you to be discussing people's illness to you, how they spoke to you, how they behave around you. Those are people, some of them are even trying to distract you so you can leave that place and then ruin your own part of life. Some of those things is to distract you, not them. If you're not wise, you follow their distractions and lose a role that God gave you. So I understand the attacks on David from Saul was not because of the throne. In case, let me say it, in case you don't, it has nothing to do with the throne. It's Saul trying to make sure David gives up on what God told him about his life. It's not the throne. It's the prophecy that came to David's life that Saul was fighting. But he didn't know he was fighting it. He thought it was his jealousy. But that was the fight to that boy's destiny. But David understood it and refused to be at war with Saul. Because he would have died. He is the king of Israel. He would have died before even getting there. So sometimes we don't know that some of the things that happen to us is a fight to your future. But you choose to accept the fight and blame people for it. How can a man be your problem? Man didn't give you the vision. How can man be the one that to destroy a vision he didn't give to you? It's like someone telling me that a member of the church is the reason why I can't be pastor. No. You can't stop me from being who I am. So did David understand that it was not Saul? He knew. That's why he was always at peace with Saul. He knew that the devil is using the guy against his future. And he neglected Saul to the level where Saul recognized that David had something about his life that he could not stop anymore. Did Saul not die and leave him alone? So sometimes it is not the reward you receive from a system that should be your take. What impact are you creating? That should be your take. What if tomorrow you leave a place? I'm not saying we miss her. We miss her. When she was here, she was giving us food. No. When he was here, he was my good friend. That's someone I'm talking about. I'm talking about that you're in a place and you progressed it. You brought things that were not there. The system felt your impact. That's what I'm talking. That's what David did. That's what Joseph did. And that's the life we must fight to live. A life of impact. So we can forget about what even our bosses are doing to us, or our colleagues, or our friends. You were there as a man on a mission. So you focus on what you need to achieve there. So no matter the distraction, you are seeing the thing ahead of you. How many persons have that today? Every little thing they are complaining, every little thing they are complaining, every little thing they are reacting. Because the guy does not have a vision for that place. They are threatening to leave, they are threatening to leave. How do you talk like that? A serious-minded person is threatening to leave a place that has not made any impact inside. Not one impact inside the place. Just everything he's doing is, all she's doing is come together. We were asked to. I was told. What kind of leadership is that? What kind of person is that? Everything you are doing is you were told. There is nothing you bat and sow to a system that they don't have. And you make sure after it was approved, you fought to keep it so the system can make progress. It's because we don't know. We don't know what the value of impact brings to a man's life. So let me end. The compliment does not promote your image. It's impact that does. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, let's deal with this a little more, because you can only be disappointed by the attitude of people, but you cannot give in to their attitude because you have a passion to build and to cause an impact. And then in the same vein, you are not receiving the necessary support that you ought to receive, even from the visionary or the founder. Now, in the case of David, like you pointed out, even your story, it could also be used as a metaphor for this. Now, David would have, we may probably say that he would have done well if he had a total support from Saul. He would have had a right transition, like Samuel had from Eli. Eli was willing to guide him properly, and he turned out to be a very good prophet. Now, from what you have said, and what I want everybody viewing the Gospel Mind to watch is, especially those who feel that they are standing alone in trying to help the system, and there are distractions of like you had pointed out, and we have also put up there as a quote, that welfare, treatment, and compliment are the things that kill commitment in a place. So you are battling with the thought that you should deserve more in a place that you are given more. But then, Gospel Manager is telling us that impact, not compliment, is the watchword. To the youth who has this mentality that he deserves more, or more should be given to him if he would progress in what he does, let's kill that mentality this morning.
You can't kill it because you can only make your impressions about life. So you see, the earth is the earth. I don't know if we think because we have progressed with so much of blocks of intelligence and technicalities, we feel certain things have changed. The day remains, the night remains. No matter how improved we are, those things, it's the same thing with life. If you want to make a difference in life as a human being, whether as a youth or as an adult, you have one thing in your heart: addition. I must add to a place. That is the key. You must add to a place. Come into a system, check what they don't have, and give to them. No matter who fights it, you can't fight the truth for too long. If I didn't experience it, I would say, oh, I went through all of that. My own was bad. But you see, because they had to always respond to investments. And then that's it. But I can't sit there to tell a young man, you see, try and be encouraged. You don't need all of that. You don't need encouragement in life. You need to be determined, focused, precise in what you are doing with life. Now, for example, if you are the right brothers that went to an aviation meeting, I don't think you will succeed those kind of places. And they told them that they throw gravel up, and the thing went up and came down. And they now said they can create a metal that can fly up. And they literally pushed them out of that meeting and kicked them out. So they tried to apply for that thing. The system blocked them from applying for it. So what did they do? They still needed to go create that thing. So are we not using the plane? Now, the aviation system, the transportation system was not against them.
Yes.
But did they create a revenue to succeed in that thing? Because they believe that impact is what matters. So if you don't want to make impact, listen to people. Stay there and be waiting for they don't love me. Our home is for children. They don't love me. You're asking for candy. They didn't greet me at this age of life. They don't love me. If I greet, they don't answer. If I come, they are all looking at me like a kind. Nobody loves me in this place. Everybody hates me. It's only my mother that loves me. No problem. My father that loves me in this age. And you are talented with a vision. And you will remain there now. The plane that you're flying now, who brought it out? They brought it out of grief and rejection. They produced that plane. The man that produced stabilizer, his entire workshop burned to ashes. And he sat down like this and said, what do I do? And now thought of sustaining light and produce that stabilizer. It was out in the order of pain that stabilizer came out. Disappointment of all the things he has done. This light, the man made an attempt more than 1,000 times to produce this light. So you want to succeed in life and you are not making any tangible impact, then you are not going to succeed. So I can't encourage any youth. My own advice is simple. If you know you have a destiny here, fight for it. Forget about what people are saying to you. I keep saying I'm a dead man. Anything you say about me is a problem. Life is all about moving forward. And I have my plans, the next things I want to do. So I'm there trying to make them work. So build your life with the touch of impact. Your washing plate, wash it differently. You're mopping floor, mop differently. You are writing a letter, write that letter differently. You are an accountant. Account a level where you can identify losses that the system cannot see. You are a leader. Lead people to the level where the people will know the job because you are there. Don't just you're wasting people's time. And every little thing you are angry. What are you angry about? Impact will be felt by even a chair. Even a chair will feel the impact. So let us understand that impact and compliment don't go together. You must either make impact and forget compliment from people. When you succeed, watch me. When you succeed, everybody will come after you. Yes. Even your enemies will come to you. Success has no enemy. But when you want compliment, when you've not made anything in life, you're looking for trouble. So let's fight to do what it takes to bring out the best in us and neglect what people say about us, because they will keep saying things about us. They will keep saying, if you're even Jesus, they will say things about you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, impact and compliment don't go together. You must decide what you want. Like God's servant said, if you don't want to succeed, listen to people. But if you want to succeed, shut your ears and do the work. All right, so this question is from Jonathan. Jonathan is saying, good morning, sir. This episode is interesting and is an eye-opener for me. But the question I want to ask, sir, is how do you know if you are supposed to be a founder and if you are supposed to be an employee who will create this impact in that system?
Myself as an example, I didn't have a plan to own anything. I just wanted to build something for somebody's life. So life path brought it. There are things you don't work for. You just keep doing things part time. The man who own a house cared for somebody's house. It's not hidden. When I see you live in one room and you make the room beautiful, you care for things. You have details. This guy can own a land and build a house. He's not a girl who can care for children now that she's not married will be a good wife tomorrow. There are signs of the future in a man's life. It's not hiding. Nothing just happens. Everything about life is what you do daily. Your daily life is your tomorrow. Your daily life is your future. There's no other difference about it. The only thing that progresses is your size, your age, your body build-up, but your progress level still remains the same. What I'm doing today, I keep doing it. I'm doing it till now. That's me. I pray, I study every day. I think. I write down my thoughts. I'm still doing it till now. I've not changed. I have not changed. You're still there. I've read this morning. I've written down my thoughts. It's still the same me. I thought when I progress and make some grow a level, I will change. Has it changed from me? It has even gotten better. I've advanced it. So the thing is simple. If you will own tomorrow, it starts now. How are you treating the things in your hands? How are you living in the compound where you stay as a tenant? How are you treating another man's business that was given to you to care for? How are you working with people around? All of those things are signs of ownership tomorrow. Are you bothered about when they can't pay bills? You know, you're looking for a way to pay that bills yourself without the person knowing. Are you doing that for the company? The company is lacking something. You look for a way to solve it. And then the company treats you later. Those are signs of ownership. When you see the company is dying, you are also saying, make you die now. That kind of you, that kind of person is not supposed to be part of the system. When I'm teaching on hardship, I'll teach on the spirit that you don't need in workplace. There are spirits in workplace you don't need. And number one is the Lord's spirit. The Lord's spirit is the spirit of strife. The Jezebel spirit, spirit of control. The Delilah spirit, the spirit of seduction. You manipulate people in a place. All these are spirits. The spirit of Judas, seeing himself better than the others. All of those spirits in workplaces is the reason why work cannot grow. The guy is gifted, is good with the job, but he does not progress it. He only just does it when he feels he has to do it. That's Judas. Lot knows his privilege that put him into that office. Instead of Lot to use the privilege of the office to grow Abraham, he used the office to grow himself. He became rich and started fighting the man who grew him. That's how we are in the office. Somebody that you gave privilege to run in a system, I'll teach it why hard times come to people. You are the reason why the person is in that privilege. Fights for himself or herself more than the system that you gave him to run. Jezebel, you can't advise Jezebel. Always in control, always enforcing power, but not progressing anything. They're like that everywhere. And you see them, you can't teach them anything. You can't instruct them. You can't correct them. You can't rebuke them. If you try to do that, they will have issues with attitude. It's a Lot factor. It's a Jezebel factor. It's the Delilah's own is even worse. They are not fighting the system. They are not doing anything bad, but they are manipulating the system not to work. You know, concern me. They pick a secret that they will use against the place in the future. That's what the Delilah did to Samson. He picked a secret against Samson and used it against Samson, against the place that she belongs. Delilah would say, I love you. This is our life. We are there with you. But the same Delilah is trying to know your secret and use it against you to kill the work. Is that secret that she knew that destroyed Samson's life? Samson will still be safe. The system is safe. The one secret from Delilah, bam, gone. So they're like that. So these people that I mentioned there as image can never build ownership. I think this will help any system on the earth.
And that's the true reason for hardship.
Yes.
And that comes with access.
That's
because they are around you. They know
They are
everything around
anybody
you.
who is giving you problems around you, they are not far from you. They are around you. Anybody who's giving you crisis is around you. They are not far from you. They know you.
Now, I want to ask, how do you get these messages?
As I told you, I sit down, I think a lot. I don't think about anything now, what I do. Me, my whole life is what I do. I don't have any other. You know, there's a way I think. I don't think about anything. I don't think about people, actions. I don't have time for all of that. I just think about my job and what to do. So when I teach that thing, people will go and restructure their jobs in the office. When I teach it. Nah.
Because all these characters, any business person or anybody in a system will know that from what you have explained, they are truly in every system.
Everywhere on the earth. And that's the problem. Just think about, go home and think about Lot. Who was Lot? Who was Lot? And what did he become? He was literally confronting Abraham. Who was Delilah? Somebody who claimed to love Samson. What do you need that secret for? You claim to love me, and you can boldly tell my secret out to people. Report me to somebody. You claim to love me. What kind of love is that? Is that love? And that's what they claim to do. They claim to love the office. They claim to love the man. They claim to love the office. They claim to love everything. But they are the first to sell the system out. It's everywhere.
Because truly there are those also who the master has given them talents. That means he's giving them the resources to work, but they go and bury it on the ground. And tell the master, I know that you are a hard man. You like to reap from where you did not sow. You like to, so I went to dig it. But this is a teaser, and this is a good way to end today's episode and to tell you that if you really want a pastor who will teach you scriptures as it is, and it becomes a food for thought and also wisdom and counsel at the same time, then you need to make your way down to the Honor World International Rehoboth City, or if you are outside the city of Asaba, then you could stream live to all our services on social media My team will put up God Servant's flyer where you get to connect with him on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. On Facebook is Dr. Maxwell Golden Egbe and Maxwell Golden Egbe. On TikTok is Maxwell Golden Egbe. On YouTube is Maxwell Golden Egbe. You want to connect with him to hear this express message from heaven. Never heard before, not dovetailed from somewhere, not a duplicate of someone's message, but it comes fresh from heaven to his heart and to our ears to transform us. There you go. Please save it if you have to, and make sure you send this to your friends and your families so they could be part of the amazing thing that God's servant is doing here in the Honor World International, and have an extension of the church in your homes, your businesses, and even your relationship, because God's servant teaches about everything: relationships, marriage, business, Christian character, the life of Jesus, and attitude. You can truly be around him and truly hear from him and remain the same way you are. If you're in the same level you are when you met him few years after, it's because you made a decision not to listen and not to follow his counsel. I'm going to leave the floor now for God's servant to bless us for the weekend and also give his closing remarks.
Who tells you to stop? Have you ever had anybody who tells you stop and reason? I try to study and discover we don't have people like that anymore who tells us to stop. You quote the Bible, Jesus Christ, come, let us reason together. Can you really tell me that Jesus wants you to reason with him? Let's discuss that. Can you reason with Jesus? I was thinking about that phrase of the Bible. Go to verse 17 of that scripture. He said, learn to do well. If you read verse, he said, learn to do well. If Jesus is saying you should learn to do well, simply means he's instructing you. Learn to do well is not reasoning. He's instructing you. So he's telling you, come into my thought and reason like me. So you're not reasoning with Jesus Christ. He's giving you a pattern on how to reason. That means stop doing this, do this. Stop, do this. Stop, do this. That's who Jesus is. Stop, do this. Stop, do this. Stop. Paul now progressed and said, let your thought not be higher than Jesus Christ's thought. Hey. So who tells you to stop and you stop? Who is the person that tells you to stop a thing and you stop it? You're using your phone too much, stop, and you stop. You're talking too much, you stop. You're eating too much, you stop. Your behaviors are poor, you stop. The way you are dressing now is poor, you stop. This thing is not good for you, you stop. Who are you listening to that makes you to stop? Because if liberty is not guided, then abuse is very certain. If liberty is not under check, then abuse is very certain. And if abuse is certain, then destruction is not too far from you. And destruction is a long-lasting privilege that will always return itself around your life if you don't deal with it by a culture of having a force to stop you. How I wished or I desired that something was stopped by somebody. Just imagine something was stopped by somebody. They wouldn't have cut his hair. They wouldn't have pulled his eyes. Who is stopping you? Is anybody stopping you? Read Hebrews 12 from verse 8 to 11. Is anybody chastising you? Who is stopping you? Stop! And then you said, yes, that's the right thing to do at this time for me. Because if nobody is stopping you, when you get used to darkness, you are just progressing in darkness. You keep growing in darkness. You keep growing in darkness. When darkness becomes an attitude, it will place an injunction in your life. When it places that injunction in your life, returning back will never be possible anymore. And that's why Proverbs 13:19 says it's an abomination. It's abominable for you to allow evil to continue in your life. My prayer for everyone today is that Jesus is the best. Jesus is always the best. Look for somebody who stops you. Somebody has to stop you when you are going off. When you are in darkness, who stops you? And when you are stopped in darkness, light will surely shine on your path. May this weekend be your best weekend. Stay blessed and peaceful. God bless you.
Welcome to our week of superior connection for business and career. Experience the transforming power of connection throughout this glorious week at Honor World International, Rehoboth City. Monday through Saturday, pray, press, and publish online morning devotion, 7 a.m. daily, Monday and Friday. The Gospel Manager live stream, 8 a.m. Friday 17th and Saturday 18th July. Honor Bible School. Friday 4:30 p.m., Saturday 8 a.m. Saturday 18th, Honor Trade Market Forum, 4:30 p.m. Sunday. Superior Connection for Church Matters service, 6:30 a.m., 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m. Join us live at Honor World International, Rehoboth City as we encounter the depth, power, and expression of superior connection. Stream live on Facebook, Honor World International, Dr. Maxwell Golden Egbe. YouTube, Honor TV, Maxwell Golden Egbe. Come and experience superior connection beyond words.
The official Rehoboth 26 convention materials have been released, and orders are now officially open. This is more than a material. It is a prophetic point of contact and a symbol of your participation in what God is set to do at Rehoboth 26. Kindly place your orders using the details provided on the flyer. We encourage everyone to order early to avoid the last-minute rush. Rehoboth 26 is here, and we are ready for endorsement.
What the Lord said He will do at Rehoboth 26. Theme: Endorsement. Midnight Encounters. The midnight altar shall be a place of divine verdicts. Battles that have lingered for years shall be decided in your favor. Ancient warfare shall end in undeniable victory. Chains shall be broken and evil verdicts overturned. Morning sessions. The breaking of endorsement for the next 10 years. The Lord shall release a decade-long mantle of endorsement. Grace for unusual relevance. Divine approval before kings and nations. Prophetic direction for the next phase of destiny. Covenant alignments that will shape the next 10 years. Afternoon sessions. The Spirit of God shall enforce every divine endorsement. Delayed promises shall become present realities. Invisible doors shall open. Every legitimate prophecy shall gain manifestation. Heaven's signature shall become visible upon lives. Evening sessions. Power investment for throne takeover. God shall invest men with kingdom authority. Fresh spiritual capacity. Governmental anointing. Dominion over territories. Grace to reign instead of merely survive. The Rehoboth Rally, a gathering of divine encounters. The Lord said, angelic encounters shall become undeniable. Destiny shall be picked, positioned, and accelerated. Divine allocations shall be released. The major allocator shall assign portions that no man can revoke. The Rehoboth banners, they shall become prophetic points of contact. For angelic touch, divine movement, supernatural remembrance, heavenly attention over lives and families. The Rehoboth stickers, they shall represent bold divine defense, heavenly approval, preservation, public endorsement, victory over opposition. The Rehoboth venue, the grounds shall become an atmosphere of divine activity. Everyone who steps into the venue shall experience angelic touch, kingdom rewards, fresh assignments, property and territorial involvement, angelic markings, open heavens, visible manifestations of God's presence. The Rehoboth shirt, it shall signify divine covering, the mark of endorsement, covenant identity, supernatural settlement, rewards of obedience, kingdom distinction. The fast. The fast shall produce divine clarity, spiritual provocation, heightened sensitivity, angelic assignments, precision in purpose, fresh encounters with God. The 8 days of Rehoboth. Throughout the 8 days, the Lord shall reveal himself as the God of honor, the God of consideration, the God of commitment, the God of approval. He shall distinguish his people, endorse their destinies, establish their testimonies, and announce them before generations. Rehoboth 26 is not merely a convention, it is heaven's season of endorsement. Those whom God endorses cannot be ignored, resisted, or denied. August in the honor world is the eve of Rehoboth. After every service is the honor team fortification, planning, and prayer for 1 hour. The entire August will be T-shirt Sundays and Thursdays. 26th and 30th July, choir all-night rehearsals. 23rd of August, Rehoboth concert and wine conference service. Theme, the 3 levels of sound. The God sound, Genesis 1:3. The human sound, James 3:2. The thought sound, Genesis 11:6. Rehoboth all night, August 22nd. Come with dress code and all patterned arrangements. August fasting profile. Mondays and Fridays towards Rehoboth 2026. Isaiah 58, 1-14. 1 Samuel 16:13. Luke 4:4. Acts 1:8. 26th August. Choir all night to round up preparations for Rehoboth 26 ministrations. Major Rehoboth Rally. 22nd August, Rehoboth Axis. 29th August, Asabah. Come with your Rehoboth t-shirts and jeans. Come with your cars, or you can come with more buses and cars. Come with an offering that will be collected on the 30th of July. Rehoboth Food Bank. July, August. Whatever foodstuff you can give, do it in love. It will be shared to guests during the event. 1st September, 13th anniversary. Morning service by 7 a.m. Evening service by 4:30 p.m. Come dressed on white or blue to the celebration. 5th September, Honor Team Consolidation Meeting, 9 a.m. 6th September, Anointing Service, 1 Samuel 16:13, 7:30 a.m. Youth Convention 2026. Join us for an impactful and life-changing weekend designed to elevate your spiritual life, career, relationships, and destiny as a youth. Event schedule. Friday, 14th August, prayer marathon and anointing service with Dr. Maxwell Golden Egbe. Prayer sessions, spiritual growth and maintenance, marital fulfillment, business and career fulfillment, overseas direction, breaking generational curses, alignment to success, academic success. Saturday, 15th August 2026, workshop and summit 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Skill acquisition from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Evangelism and soul winning outreach from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Evening, dinner concert 4 p.m. Dinner concert teaching, The Relationship Hub. 1. What is sex? 2. Why sex? 3. Who needs sex? 4. The sex process. 5. Sex lessons. 6. Sex principles. 7. Sex pressure. 8. Sex demand. 9. Sex commitment. 10. Sex control. 11. Sex outcomes. 12. Sex work. 13. Sex action. 14. Sex personality. Dinner concert dress code. Male, black or ash suit with a red or blue tie or bow tie. Female, red gown. Note, come with a guest. Sunday, 16th August 2026, grand finale service and trade fair. Don't miss this life-changing experience. Grow spiritually, build meaningful relationships, discover purpose, align for success.